Hey guys, my name is Sofia, I'm 16 years old and I'm from Kazakhstan, and it is one of my first videos on YouTube, and would really love to dedicate this video to IELTS exam, about my score, how I got that score and what helped me, and of course my experience, and what does actually IELTS mean and how it's structured, how it's evaluated, such kind of things. So let's get started. So first thing, what I would like to tell you, there are two types of IELTS. First is academic and second is general. And what are the differences and what they stand for? So first, what is academic one? So academic IELTS is used mostly for university applications, and if you're going to apply for some kind of English programs in universities, probably you will need IELTS exam, especially academic one. And there's general one also, which is used for immigrating, for traveling, and such kind of things. So I took academic one and got 8 out of 9. The next thing that I'd like to tell you, that there are 4 skills on which IELTS exam is evaluated. First is listening. There are 42 questions, there are 4 parts, and 30 minutes given. So I got 9 out of 9 there, and I can tell you that probably listening to some TED Talks and taking notes might be helpful to improve your listening, and also of course practicing and analyzing your mistakes. So how to improve your listening score? What have I done is that I took one child test to identify my weak areas and then to come up with some techniques that would work for me. So after taking child test, I looked through my mistakes. For example, sometimes it may be misspellings, or my weak areas also were multiple choice and map. Sometimes it was just difficult to follow. But I just started working out with that types of tasks more and paying attention to those tasks more, and then that led me to improving my score. By the way, analyzing your mistakes and working on them can significantly improve your score. For example, if you're having trouble with multiple choice and cannot really answer correctly for multiple choice questions, then you need to practice and concentrate more on multiple choice. You might probably watch it is also might be helpful to watch some tutorials on YouTube how to tackle those multiple choice questions, because most IELTS takers also consider multiple choice and listening like hard, right? 9 out of 9 there. The next is reading section. There are 3 passages, 13 questions for the first 2 passages, and 14 questions for the last passage. So overall there are 40 questions and 1 hour is given. You need to read those 3 texts and answer to the questions that are given. So in reading section, I got 8.5 from 9, which I think is really good. For this section, probably I would recommend reading some articles or some magazines, journals, or just for the topics that you're interested in. And of course, doing practice and analyzing mistakes. But before practicing, I would strongly recommend you to look through for what kind of questions there are and for some techniques. If you're looking forward to some techniques, write down in the comment section. I will be more than happy to record the video with the techniques that I use for each type of task. So the next one is rating. In rating, you will have different task 1 for academic and general, but task 2 will be similar for both types. So let's start by task 1. In task 1, if you're choosing academic IELTS, you'll be given a graph which you need to describe in your essay. So there are 7 types of graphs. First is line graph, second is bar chart, third is pie chart, fourth is table, fifth is mixed charts. So mixed charts basically mean that there will be given 2 kind of different charts which I listed above, and you need to describe them in your body paragraphs. So 5th, 6th and 7th are map and process. So those are types for academic IELTS. For the general, you will be given a statement and task. So you need to write an email or letter to someone. So the second task is same for academic and general. So what you need to do, you will be given statement and you will have a question. So what kind of question you might encounter? There are 5 different kind of questions, types of questions. So first it is opinion. What kind of questions you might ask in opinion essays? So first it is to what extent do you agree or disagree, or just do you agree or disagree, and also they might ask if some kind of thing or some kind of trend is positive or negative. So that's the questions you might be asked in opinion essay. The second type of essay or type of question you might encounter is discussion. So they will ask to discuss both views and give your opinion. The next one is advantages and disadvantages. So they'll just ask to whether advantages outweigh the disadvantages, or what are the advantages or disadvantages of one transition or trend. The next one is problem solution, and you'll be asked not only about problems and solutions of one trend, but you might also be asked about effects or reasons, and you need to come up with solution for that transition. And the next one is double question. You might get asked any kind of 2 different questions. So you just need to answer in your body paragraphs for those questions, and that's it. So that's what writing task asks for. And one thing to mention, that task 2 weighs more than task 1. So that's why for task 2 it is given 14 minutes, while for the task 1 there is only 20 minutes. So the first tip probably would sound like learn some templates, because you need to know how to describe change over time, how to describe trends, how to compare, because that's what you're asked in task 1. And also you need to know how to start your body paragraphs. For example, how you can start your body paragraphs in task 1, especially in academic. So you just need to, in introduction, you just need to paraphrase the statement, and it is not really hard. Then there is overview. In overview, you're just describing the overall trend without numbers. So overall, the data reveals that, for example. That's also kind of template. And you can start your body paragraphs with turning to the details. It is evident that. So that's how I started my body paragraphs. So if you're interested what kind of tasks I had, here it is. So you can see that I had 2 bar charts. So yeah, let's move on to the task 2. In task 2, you also need to learn probably some templates, and please familiarize yourself with IELTS topics. So you would be more confident in yourself, you wouldn't be really panicking, and you will know about the topic, and you will know how to write the essays. So yeah, learn and read some articles, which will not only improve your reading comprehension, but also will help you to generate your ideas faster probably. So here about templates. So you need to know how to start your body paragraphs, how to write, how to link your ideas. So there are linking words, for example, moreover, then there's also what kind of furthermore, and such things. Serious, how writing task is evaluated. First is task response or task achievement, how you responded to the question. Could you satisfy all the requirements of the task, and if you could develop your answers fully. So the next one is coherence and cohesion. Are your answers cohesive? Are your responses or just answers linked well? The next one is lexical resource, how the range of your vocabulary is wide, or could you use the words naturally, or are you using inappropriate words, or do you have some kind of inadequate use of words, for example. So the last one is grammatical range and accuracy. Here examiners are checking if your grammar is wide and if you have any kind of grammatical mistakes. What kind of grammatical mistakes you might have? Misspellings, incorrect article use, punctuation, and etc. So that's how IELTS writing task is evaluated. So the last section is speaking. In speaking, you might have a video call via Zoom with examiner, or you might just sit next to each other and the examiner will ask you some questions. There are 3 parts and you'll be given 11 to 14 minutes. In first part, you'll be asked some questions about you. In second part, also you'll be asked some questions about you, but more abstract. So you need to describe something related to you. There will be also given some bullet points, which will be helpful to expand your answers. So the third part are more abstract. They're not about you, about world, or just about your country, for example, but they are related to the task part 2. For example, if in part 2 you had a topic, or just you should have described an English lesson that you really liked, so in third part you will be also asked some questions about languages, learning languages, communicating, and such kind of things. So that's how IELTS exam is structured. By the way, how it is evaluated, how speaking exam is evaluated. There are also 4 criteria. First is fluency and coherence, second is lexical resource, if I'm not mistaken, and third is pronunciation, and fourth is grammatical range and accuracy. So what kind of tips? Let me just share with some tips. So first one is to practice more, talk with your friends more, or even if you're walking along, try to answer to questions. You might find some questions on Google. There are a lot of questions. You just need to type IELTS speaking questions, and if you want to practice some part 1 questions, write down part 1. So that's what I would recommend you. There's also a website called Innovate, where, by the way, you can check your answers for speaking, for writing, and there's also some tests from Cambridge books for reading and listening. So yeah, and now let me just tell you about my mistakes and tips and probably some resources that could help you to elevate your IELTS score. So first, what I would strongly recommend you to do is to work on your time management. If you're not being able to finish write essay in, for example, task 2 essay in 40 minutes, or just task 1 in 20 minutes. So, or also for reading section, if you cannot manage to read and answer for 13 or just 14 questions in 20 minutes, then you really need to work on your time management. You can see or just watch some YouTube videos on improving that area, or just by practicing you can also improve your time management, because at first I also struggled with the same problem, but then by practicing I have seen some progress in my time management. So yeah, that's the first tip that I can give. So to conclude what I've said already, first you need to work on your time management. Second, you need to identify your mistakes and work on them. Work on your mistakes, on your weaknesses. For example, if there is grammar, learn how to use articles correctly, how to use adverbs, learn, for example, some sentence structures. And third is to familiarize yourself with IELTS topics. If you're not really familiar with them, you can watch some topic related TED Talks or just read some articles, which will help you not to only to generate ideas faster, but also will help you to improve your reading and listening skills. So yeah, probably. And also learn some templates, learn some vocabulary for each type of essay. For example, you need to, if you need or just you don't know how to start, learn some templates. For example, how to start your introduction, how to start your body paragraphs, how to start your conclusion. And also for task 1, it is really important to learn some vocabulary. For example, if you don't know how to compare trends, then you are going to get a low score, for example, from task response, lexical resource automatically for task 1. And the same thing is for the task 2 also. I know how IELTS preparation might be overwhelming sometimes, especially if you're not living in English-speaking country or if you're not native. But because I've been there too, but I think with little support or a right mindset and consistent effort, you can achieve your desired score. I'm excited to tell you that I am going to launch Summer Challenge, where I'll be sharing my day, my life, and what I'm doing, because after finishing my IELTS exam, I started preparing for SAT. Here I'll be sharing my daily progress, my studies, and my challenges that I'm facing, because SAT is a bit difficult compared to IELTS exam. And also I'm the part of the AFS program where I will be working on my own initiative or like project. Also will be sharing the process of working on that project here. So if you're excited about working on projects, or if you're also working on creating your project, we'll be really happy to see you in my channel. So moreover, what I would like to tell you, if you're a high school student who wants to apply for some universities abroad, I will also welcome you on my channel, because this year I'm going to apply for some universities, and here you might see the progress of me applying to universities, what I'm doing, how am I doing that, and etc. So welcome you on my YouTube channel, and looking forward to see you in my 90-day summer challenge. So I'm also super excited to tell you that I'm going to launch a course, IELTS online course. So if you're interested in one-on-one IELTS course with me, so you can read the description below where I left all the information. But anyway, if you have any kind of questions, feel free to DM me. I'll leave the also link below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow on day 2 of my summer challenge.